Since the beginning of time, artists have been trying to portray the way they observe the reality. Aristotle called mimesis to the imitation of life form in art, a mere reflection of what they see, like Pablo Picasso, which used all type of geometrical figures. If we deconstruct the elements of art, the simplest one is a line. Is the element of art that is a continuous mark made on some surface by a moving point. Lines can be vertical, horizontal, curved, diagonal, zigzag, and irregular. Shapes are objects in two dimensions. Form is from three dimensions. The space is defined as an element of art that refers to the real or implied distribution between, around, above, below, and within objects. Texture, iconography, and iconology are other elements of art. Semiology is the study of the signs with two parts, the signifier and the signified. Color has three properties: the hue, that is the name of the color, the value, that is the amount of lightness or darkness, and the intensity, that is the brightness or dullness of the hue. Colors can be primary, secondary, and tertiary. In order to analyze art according to history, we have to make a description that must answer things like who, what, when, and why. Next, an analysis, that is something to analyze in a formal way just by watching the painting. Interpretation consists in reading something that is not obvious. And last is judging, that is making a balance between all the things you know by now and decide if it's an important contribution to art. Among many things that art can express, such as feelings, emotions, and ideas, it may be bounded with religion. Humanity has always searched for some superior power that created life, or an answer to some things that remained a mystery. The term prehistoric refers to the period of human history before the invention of writing systems. The Stone Age is divided in three periods: Paleolithic, Neolithic, and Mesolithic. Paleolithic consisted in Homo sapiens. They hunted and they painted this in caves. In the Mesolithic, there were the Ice Age and the development of agriculture and fishing. Men started to be more nomad, but hopefully they will convert in artists. In Neolithic, big stones were arranged in shapes, like we can see Stonehenge. Egypt settled near Nile. Contributions to art and society like the pyramids, mummifications, and the Sphinx. The form of government was the pharaoh, a kind of dictator between the people and gods. The palette of Narmer is done reflecting our interpretation of the human body, but doesn't imitate it. This is one of the most important contributions to society. Then we have Mesopotamia. That means land between the rivers. Between the rivers Tigris and Euphrates. First, monumental temples, irrigation systems, and governments based on the city-state structure and the cuneiform writing systems. The Chinese culture. China was the center of the art and culture from East Asia. The Qing dynasty was the first dynasty with an emperor. Then it was the Han dynasty. Taoism made a huge influence in the way of Chinese government. Also, another movement was the Confucianism, a movement that sometimes is believed to be a religion, but it is a movement closer to ethical philosophy to expand our sense of justice and a proper way to be in society. Another influences were Buddhism, that was created by Siddhartha Gautama. One of the first important works written about Chinese painting was the Six Canons of Paintings. First, animation through spirit consonance. Second, structural method of the use in the brush. Third, fidelity to the object or in portraying forms. Fourth, conformity to kind in applying colors. Fifth, proper planning in the placing of elements. And sixth, the transmission of the experience of the part in making copies. Persians were a very strong empire, commanded by the king Cyrus. Persian art consists on big palaces with simple designs. Among the things that they used to portray were animals like birds and ibexes. Hinduism is based in some concepts like dharma, that means natural worth, that is the natural order of the things. Also, we have the word artha, that means wealth and property, the search of having material things. Kama, that is the god of love, emotions we feel on earth making us attached to this life. And Makshka, that means freedom, that is the liberation from the constant cycle of the death and the samsara. In the Mediterranean civilizations, we have Greek culture. It was a hierarchical social structure, a society based in slavery. It was an important social and commercial development. The search of an idealized beauty was principal. It searched some concepts like rationalism and anthropocentrism.